Hey there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a humunga dunga wunga of a project involving a humunga dunga wunga of a staghorn fern. Look how massive, look how huge this thing is, and I must admit it is way overdue for a propagation. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be propagating this monster of a staghorn fern, and then we're going to be mounting it into the tree. So I'm going to show you exactly how that's done, and we're going to be doing it all for you guys today. And I do believe this propagation is coming right on time because, as you guys know, I've been working so hard to create a jungle-like rainforest type of atmosphere within my garden, and especially within this central location right here. And I believe the missing piece of the puzzle so far would be to add some very unique and interesting textures that we would get with some ferns. So that's the project that we're going to be doing, is adding some ferns within this location. And the staghorn fern is a perfect touch and also a great start to the fern collection that we're also going to add in this mounting location right here. So as we know, the way that the staghorn fern propagates itself, and this also applies to other ferns as well, is that they will develop spores on the underside of their leaves. Now these spores will be dispersed within the air, and it'll actually germinate itself within surrounding vegetation and also trees. And once the spores have germinated themselves, they will create these little itty-bitty green pads, as you can see right here. Those are actually baby staghorn ferns. And from those pads will eventually emerge the antler-shaped leaves that they are so well noted for. Now, as these pads do grow, and over time, you will begin to see that they do grow layers and layers of those pads. Now, those pads will also turn brown and create a husky-like casing in which it'll actually encase the root system within. So within this husky casing right here is the roots, and you're going to find the roots also behind here as well. So that's actually where the root system is within. So we definitely want to go ahead and cut out the entire padding as much as we can, and also get the portion of root system that is also encased here. So we'll have a good healthy size root system in which this can grow and establish itself. Now normally, as a staghorn fern would grow, they normally create somewhat of a round spherical shape in which they do grow. And you'll also find that the pads actually will be more flesh to the actual growth of that ball shape. So usually it is a little bit more difficult and a little bit more tedious to try to get that padding out of there, and also the actual root system as well. But in this case, I do have to say we are very fortunate, because the actual growth where we are going to go ahead and propagate is actually extending a bit outward from that ball shape, as you can see right here. So it's going to make it just a little bit more easier for us to go ahead and cut this out. And what I also love the most about this, as you can see right here, there are some baby ferns that are beginning to grow at the base of this as well. So if we cut carefully, hopefully we can cut those babies out as well and keep them with this mama, and that'll give a nice display for this actual mounting. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get this propagation mounting project started, and let's do it right now. And as you can see, I do have my gloves on. My hands are well protected, because ain't no telling what could be lurking within there, and I definitely don't want any critters or any fungus or any germs on these hands of mine. So definitely protect your hands, and we will be using this handy dandy knife right here, and as you can see, very sharp jagged edges right there. I believe it's going to make it really easier to cut through that husky layer and get out what we need. So let's go ahead and get to propagating. Happy hands, yay! Okay, so here we are. This is the actual growth that we're cutting out. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this around to the back side, and I'm gonna go ahead and separate this from this part right here, and then we're gonna work a little bit around, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn it and start cutting on the other side as well. So let's go ahead and start. And here we go. Just gonna start cutting away. And yeah, it's a little bit tough, but the knife is working. Just gonna make a couple attempts in the right area. I see ants coming out of here. So yeah, like I said, all of the insides are coming out as far as critters go. No telling what we may find in here. It's a little bit difficult because I do have the wiring coming there. You know what? Ooh, look at these ants. Oh my gosh. But okay, look at there. It's easy to manipulate upwards, and that'll get it to come out more. And I gotta work fast. I have all of these ants. Eee! Oh my goodness, years and years of living in here. I know I'm evicting you guys out today. You guys are definitely coming out of there. So I've got a good amount of this cut. I'm just trying to work as fast as I can. I see ant eggs and ants all over the place. And yeah, there you go. Look at there. Look at there, guys. Had to get a little bit rough with it, but right there. Okay, there you have it. Wow. And let me go ahead and clean my hands. I got ants everywhere. And definitely don't want ants in my pants, right? But guys, fortunate for us, all we found were ants. Because if we take a close look at how these actual stag ferns grow, you can see that within they have spaces and pockets of hollow areas. So as you can see right here, take a look at that. It's just a hole right there. And anything could actually be living in there. I mean, you can find snakes and all sorts of critters. So again, be mindful of that. Be cautious when you are working with the staghorn fern, especially your larger ones. Make sure you guys have gloves. You never know what could be lurking. And will you guys take a look at that? Look at how many ants have been living in here for years and years and years. Just colonies and colonies right here. Totally invaded this staghorn fern, and you can even see them moving their eggs, scurrying along, trying to find safety. But there's no safety here, folks, because you guys are going to get the hoser. That's right. Dun 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 dun. Your day has come. Woo-wee, you guys cannot believe how many times I had to hose this down. I'd say I hosed it down a good 5 times, and still ants are within here, but I did the best job that I could do. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Look how thick we were able to cut through. Look at that. And look at this. We cut the entire disc without a problem. We got it all in there, guys. And we even managed to get the little new growths that are on here as well, these baby pads. So we're gonna have some other little babies coming off of this one. So that's fantastic. And the entire root system. So yes, this is going to be quite an easy mount, I believe. All we have to do now is get some sphagnum moss in here. I'm gonna also use some coconut husk to also keep that in there, the sphagnum moss. And then afterwards, we're gonna wire it to our tree, and that'll be that. So let's go ahead and get that underway now. Okay, so here we are. We have all the materials that we need. We have the sphagnum moss, the scissor, also the fish line string, and we have the coconut husk fiber right there. And here we go, guys. We're taking the moistened sphagnum moss. We're just gonna go ahead and insert it. We're not gonna put too much. It's rather thick anyway, so it's gonna hold quite a lot of moisture. We're just gonna add extra safe proofing right there, and that's about enough. Again, we're not gonna overdo it, folks. And then we're gonna use the coconut fiber right here, and we're just gonna attach it like that to hold in the actual sphagnum. Okay, so all we're doing now is taking the fish line string. We're going to go ahead and bring it around and take it and secure it in place by tying it in a knot. Let's see how easy we can do this with some gloves on. And remember folks, if I can do it, you guys can too. And now it's just a matter of wrapping the string around the sphagnum and also the fiber and securing it in place. And then we'll find the initial string or the end that we started with, and we'll cut this string right here, and we'll go ahead and tie them both together, and that'll be it for this part. And now it's just a matter of trying to find space to where we want to attach the actual Staghorn Fern, and we're gonna have to find an empty space here, guys. As you can see, it's just a wee bit crowded, just a wee bit, but I'm thinking probably right there on that branch or trunk area, or perhaps even right here where it'll be peeking behind my actual epiphyllum right there. Let's see, what do you guys think? Okay guys, so here I am about to make my way up the tree. Now of course you guys do know if you have an extra set of hands, that's definitely going to help you out. It's a little bit more dangerous if you're by yourself, and if you can get someone to go ahead and hold the actual fern up while you go ahead and wrap it around the tree, it makes things so much easier. Now the way that we're going to go ahead and mount this into the tree is the exact same way that I showed you how to go ahead and wrap the sphagnum moss and also the coconut fiber onto the actual Staghorn Fern, where you're just going to wrap it around. So in this case, you're going to actually wrap the fern around the tree. Same exact way, guys. Okay guys, our work here is indeed done. But guys, I do believe that we could put on our creative orchid caps and come up with a couple of more items to add into our mounting. Well, alrighty then, we'll add this propagated cutting of this rabbit's foot fern, and we'll also pick a bromeliad or two. What do you guys think, huh? What do you think? And do you guys want to know what I think? Well, I think we are completely done. Woohoo! And thank goodness we are. So where is the little mounting now? Where is it? Where could it be? Right there, guys. Right there. And let us get an even closer look. And there you have it, folks. That is our Staghorn mounting wrap. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me right here at My Orchid Adventures. And you guys definitely have to let me know exactly what you guys thought about this Staghorn mounting and if you guys think it's going to be successful. Also, if you guys have mounted Staghorn ferns or even other ferns and you would like to share some tips with us as well, make sure you guys post those comments below, because as you guys know, the more that we know, the more that we can grow. I hope you guys have learned something new from this video, and I sure do hope that you guys liked it. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and also subscribe. And if you haven't yet already, make sure you join me on Instagram and also Facebook at My Orchid Adventures. And as you guys already know, I do truly love and appreciate each and every one of you guys all. I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later as well. Bye-bye for now. Mwah.